I've been incredibly impressed with you and your team on the ability for us to implement this DST. And for us, it was a really considerable amount of tax savings, or I should say deferment.
So Nathan, how has the DST, the Deferred Sales Trust, and working with us unlocked, more compounding, returns for you?
Well, Brett, I would consider the DST has been particularly impactful to helping us realize the vision that we laid out several years ago. And I'm going to say very plainly, I've been incredibly impressed with you and your team on the ability for us to implement this DST. And for us, it was a really considerable amount of tax savings, or actually say deferment, right? Because I still will pay those taxes, but just at a later point in time. And the team and being able to get access to all of the various experts that you also rely on has been very positive experience, and really been glad I've met Brett, met you and your team. So would very much recommend anyone that's looking to defer capital gains and the deferred sales trust. For us in particular, we had some assets that we sold, very large gains on those assets. They were, homes. And so we were using a combination of 1031 exchanges as well as the DST, and somewhat very complicated. In fact, my accountant had a real challenge understanding how to actually file what is been proven in the rulings and things, but actually implement that on the tax return. But Brett and team, Campbell Law, they all helped us out at the end. So ended up deferring a considerable amount of capital gains, which that capital was then reinvested into our projects, which has been able to take land that is just sitting there doing nothing. It's just sops up all our capital that we would otherwise need and turn it into cash flow generating projects that add considerable value, right?
Absolutely. Thank you so much for that. And it means a lot that we can come alongside and be a part of the journey, right? To help you achieve, more compounding opportunities to help more people experience what they're experiencing, right? Which is like family reunions and connection. Like life is so short, right? Even building housing to be able to help people, well, you're in housing of any sort, right? Whether vacation rentals or housing, you're helping to be a part of the housing crisis. That's massive, right?